Kyle was with them, and his father was with them in Washington. The guy is really intelligent. The guy is a solid quarterback. We kind of messed up in Washington not getting him done earlier, from the standpoint of the contract. But he can adjust to pretty much anything. But the thing that's good about Kyle is he can also adjust and put him in situations to be successful. Now, he didn't work with him on game days because there's always Robert Griffin, took all the snaps. But he's a very intriguing guy. I respect him as a player, and I respect him more as a person.
I hate the way he says Washington.
I do too.
It's just the worst, and I get it. Depending on where you're from in this country, you're going to mispronounce some things, but that's pretty egregious. Washington.
But you know what? Everyone knew, and everyone knew the Redskins knew that they screwed up, and they could have got this deal done.
It's the first time, though, you really got somebody kind of admitting it, that we really did kind of screw this up. Do you also have the comment? You may not have it right there, where he talks about how, Kirk is really good, and you can say what you want about a franchise quarterback, but, he needs 10 guys around him, 11 guys on defense, 10 other guys on offense, that sort of thing. Do you have those comments? If you have them, we can play them. This is always interesting to hear Scott's
insight. He was
saying
that he needs a lot of help?
He's just a guy that needs help around him, and we all know that.
Doesn't every quarterback?
Well, you may not need as much help for a Tom Brady.
Besides Brady and
for a Drew Brees.
Rodgers, maybe.
And somebody did ask him on Twitter within the last couple days, and he's a great follow. He kind of randomly answers a few questions at a time. Somebody asked him if you could draft anyone over the last 20 years, any player, who would it be? And he said Tom Brady. That would be who he'd draft.
He's a lot like Kirk from the standpoint that he's highly intelligent. He's a great guy. He'll never embarrass you on the field or off the field. He might make some mistakes, but it's just that position, everybody kind of panics, which I understand. But you got to be careful how much you give up because, again, I think Jimmy's a lot like Kirk from the standpoint he's going to be good.
By the way, stop for a second. He's talking about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when he starts out there, start it again at the beginning. He's talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. They ask him about Kirk. They ask him about Garoppolo, and he compares the two. That's what he's doing.
He's a lot like Kirk from the standpoint that he's highly intelligent. He's a great guy. He'll never embarrass you on the field or off the field. He might make some mistakes, but it's just that position, everybody kind of panics, which I understand. But you got to be careful how much you give up because, again, I think Jimmy's a lot like Kirk from the standpoint he's going to be good with guys around him. 10 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, 11 guys on special teams. That's how you win games. That's how you stay consistent. Yeah, I don't see Jimmy or Kirk being, you can say franchise all you want because of the money they're getting, but that's the market. But they need help around them to be successful.
All right, well, that tells me a lot.
I think McCloughan's most impressive tweet is from August 17th where he claims he can dunk.
Maybe he's got a Nerf hoop in his office.
So that tells me something that he's, obviously Kirk is getting the franchise money, but he doesn't think he's a franchise quarterback.
Well, you can call it whatever you want. I think what he's saying when you're talking about a franchise quarterback, he's talking about 3 or 4 guys. You know what I mean? But other people have a different definition for that.
And by the way, every GM would say now, if they were asked if they could draft one guy, who would it be?
Right. Tom Brady?
Every GM would say.
Yeah, you think it wouldn't be Aaron Rodgers? I think Aaron Rodgers would get some votes.
Well, just based on how many championships they've won, I wouldn't say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but maybe Tom Brady, it's that combination. If Tom Brady was in Green Bay or Tom Brady was in Seattle, would he have as many championships? I don't know. I think it's a lot of it's that combination.
Hard to say, but he's great. He would make any team great.
He'd make any team great.
As long as he didn't have a buffoon as a coach.
But I would say he wouldn't have 6 rings or whatever the hell he's got. What's he got? Does he have 6? 5?
5? Does he have 5?
Does he have one for the other hand yet?
He has at least 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up.
We can't even keep track.
He's won so many freaking championships.
So people are still evaluating, of course, and going through the Redskins' second preseason game against the Packers, which, was disappointing in a lot of ways. Took forever for the Redskins to score. Can I hear the music, by the way?
Brady has 5.
Yeah, I thought he had 5.
It took them until basically the end of the first half there before they got that touchdown. We all saw Samaje Pirine, he flashed for people. Everybody was talking about Fabian Moreau. Niles Paul made some plays. Kirk at the end of the day had some decent numbers, but, he definitely wasn't very sharp, I'd say.
A lot of it against backups.
But you know what nobody's really talking about? And it is what it is. It's preseason. But the Redskins had 5 sacks. This Greg Minuski-led defense was pressuring the quarterback there a little bit. Now, of course, Rodgers only played a little bit. And they had
Hundley in there, yeah.
Hundley and some other guys. But Chris Carter jumped out at me, right? The veteran has been on 4 or 5 different teams. He had a sack and a half. Preston Smith got in there. Some guy named Pete Robertson got in there. Joey Mabu, however you say his name.
I saw him doing work in the second half.
And then
late in the second half, from what I remember.
And then Phil Taylor Sr. got in there and got a sack. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was worth noting.